Welcome back to my channel Celebuzz. Please share and subscribe and press the bell icon for new updates. Sam Elliott is a famous actor who's been in movies for a really long time. He's 80 years old now and has that deep voice and big mustache that makes him easy to remember. But his life story has some surprising twists that most people don't know about. Sam was born in 1944 in California during World War II. His dad worked catching wild animals that might hurt farm animals, and his mom was a gym teacher. They weren't rich, but they worked hard and taught Sam to be strong and never give up. When Sam was little, he loved watching cowboy movies on TV. He dreamed of being in those movies someday, but his dad didn't think that was a good idea. Sam's dad told him he would never make it as an actor. Those words really hurt Sam's feelings, but they also made him want to prove his dad wrong. Sadly, his dad died when Sam was only 18, so Sam never got the chance to show him that he could become a successful actor. This made Sam very sad, but it also made him work even harder to follow his dream. After high school, Sam went to college but didn't like it much. He dropped out and joined a local theater group where he could act on stage. People noticed he was really good at it. He went back to school to study acting and did really well in a play called Guys and Dolls. A newspaper writer said he was born to be an actor, which made Sam feel much better about his choice. Sam knew he had to move to Los Angeles if he wanted to be in movies. He packed up his car with all his stuff and drove there with not much money. In LA, he took acting classes and worked construction jobs to pay for food and rent. He lived in tiny apartments and kept getting rejected for movie roles, but he never gave up. He kept trying and trying, even when it was really hard. Sam's first jobs were tiny parts on TV shows like Gunsmoke and Mission Impossible. He was, even in the famous movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid with Paul Newman, but his part was so small that most people didn't even notice him. Interestingly, the woman who would later become his wife was also in that movie, but they didn't meet each other yet. For a long time, movie directors only wanted Sam to play cowboys because of how he looked with his mustache and tall body. This made it hard for him to get different kinds of roles. He got frustrated because he wanted to show he could act in other ways too, not just as a tough cowboy. But eventually, this cowboy look became his strength because he was so good at it. Sam's first big movie role was in Lifeguard in 1976. He played a man who saves people at the beach but was having problems in his life. The movie wasn't super popular, but it showed that Sam could do more than just cowboy roles. He could show real emotions and make people care about his character. In the 1980s and 1990s, Sam started getting roles in movies that made him really famous. In Roadhouse, he played a tough guy who taught Patrick Swayze's character how to fight. The movie became very popular, and people still quote lines from it today. Then in Tombstone, he played a lawman in the Old West. This movie was huge, and showed Sam at his best as a cowboy character. One of Sam's most surprising roles was in The Big Lebowski, a funny movie where he played a mysterious cowboy who told parts of the story. This showed that Sam could be funny and didn't always have to be serious. People loved seeing this different side of him. What made Sam special wasn't just his acting, but his voice and the way he looked. His voice is very deep and slow, and when he talks, people listen. He doesn't have to yell or get excited to get attention. His tall body, mustache, and calm way of acting made him stand out from other actors. Even when he wasn't talking, people would watch him on screen. Later in his career, Sam got even more recognition. In 2018, he was in A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Sam played the older brother of Cooper's character, and his acting was so good that he got nominated for an Oscar. This was the first time Sam had ever been nominated for this important award, and many people thought it was long overdue. Sam's personal life is also interesting. He married actress Catherine Ross in 1984, and they're still married today, which is unusual in Hollywood where many marriages don't last. They met while making a scary movie called The Legacy in 1978. Catherine had already been married 4 times before, but with Sam, it was different. They really loved each other and built a strong relationship. Sam and Catherine have one daughter named Cleo, who was born the same year they got married. Cleo didn't become an actress like her parents. Instead, she became a musician and made a rock album. However, The family had some problems in 2011 when Catherine had to get a restraining order against Cleo because of some violent behavior. This was very sad and surprising to fans, but the family seems to have worked things out since then. Throughout his career, Sam made sure to spend time with his family. He didn't take every movie role that was offered to him because he didn't want to be away from home too much. He thought being a good husband and father was more important than making more movies. This is why he often chose roles that were filmed close to home or didn't take too long to make. Sam had been a respected actor for decades without much controversy, but that changed in 2022. He went on a podcast and criticized a movie called The Power of the Dog. This movie was about cowboys, but dealt with themes that Sam didn't like. He said some things about the movie that many people thought were mean and unfair, especially toward gay people. His comments made a lot of people angry, including the movie's director, Jane Campion. When Sam realized how much he had hurt people with his words, he quickly apologized. He said he was sorry and that he didn't mean to hurt anyone. Many people accepted his apology, but some fans were disappointed because they had always seen Sam as a kind and respectful person. This controversy showed that even good people can make mistakes and say things they shouldn't. More recently, Sam took on one of his most challenging roles in the TV show 1883, which tells the story of people moving west in the 1800s. Sam played a man named Shea Brennan, who had lost his wife and daughter and was very sad. This role required Sam to show deep emotions and pain, which he did beautifully. Many critics said it was some of the best acting he had ever done, and he even won an award for it. During the filming of 1883, fans noticed that Sam looked much thinner than before. Some people worried that he might be sick, but Sam never said anything was wrong with his health. It's possible that he lost weight on purpose for the role since his character was supposed to be worn down by life and grief. Sam has always been private about his personal life, so he didn't explain the weight loss. In interviews, Sam has talked about getting older and how it affects his work. He said that playing Shea Brennan made him think about death and losing people you love. At 80 years old, he knows he has fewer years ahead of him than behind him, which makes him think about what kind of legacy he wants to leave. He also mentioned that his body doesn't recover from hard work as quickly as it used to, but he still loves acting and wants to keep doing it. Sam Elliott's story shows us that success doesn't always come easily or quickly. He faced rejection, criticism from his father, and years of small roles before becoming famous. He also shows us that people can make mistakes, like with his controversial comments, but they can apologize and try to do better. Throughout everything, Sam has stayed true to himself and his values, putting family first and working hard at his craft. His deep voice, iconic mustache, and strong presence have made him one of Hollywood's most recognizable actors. And even at 80, he continues to take on challenging roles that show his talent and dedication to his art.